Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, and today we lead with a lot of good news on the economic front in the major economies. First, new orders for US durable goods jumped 4.7% in June from May, and the most since July 2020, following an upwardly revised 2% rise in May. They are now 9.3% higher than year-ago levels and handily exceeding inflation. Strong orders for civilian aircraft and cars drove the result. And the first look at the US second quarter 2023 GDP result is a very positive one. Their economy expanded at an annualised 2.4% in the second quarter, higher than the 2% in the previous period and way above market expectations of 1.8%. And the number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits fell sharply from the prior week to 214,000 last week, the lowest in 5 months. And the American trade deficit fell in June from May to $88 billion for the month and down from $106 billion in June 2022. Much of this data is first tier and shows an American economy powering ahead and likely to avoid a recession. Soft landing optimism is everywhere today. It basically validates the Fed's policy positioning and certainly leaves the door open to more rate hikes without excessive pain. And regulators are taking the opportunity to force banks to hold more capital. The proposals are stiff for some. Next up, Japan's central bank will revise its policy positioning later today amid persistent inflation running well above their targets. And China's industrial profits data has been released for June, showing them falling 8.3% from a year ago. Operating income has been bouncing along at break-even for every month of 2023, and that is indicative of a zombie situation. Given the companies tracked in this data are largely state-owned enterprises, it isn't a good thing. And the European Central Bank raised interest rates by 25 basis points overnight, a 9th consecutive rate hike, saying inflation is still expected to remain too high for too long, despite the recent slowdown. And the US Treasury 10-year yield will start today at 4.01% and up an unusual 16 basis points from this time yesterday. And the price of gold will start today at $1,948 an ounce. That's down $20 from yesterday. And oil prices are up 50 US cents at $79.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just at $83.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today slightly lower at just on 62 US cents. Against the Aussie, though, we're slightly firmer at 92.1 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're back up nearly a half a cent to 56.4 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index is basically held at 69.9. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again on Monday.